We don't have a problem with terrorism in this country if we didn't have immigration.
Yeah.
Most violent crime, most knife crime is committed by immigrants and children of immigrants.
Idris Elba. So he did a thing talking about knife crime, and I think his idea was rounding the ends of knives to stop people stabbing each other. So the latest mind psyop that they're taking is, it's not immigrants doing this, it's not second-generation immigrants or whatever doing all this knife crime. It's knives, and it's Amazon is the problem. This is now what we're being fed all the time. This is the latest agenda, isn't it?
If we could go back in time, the 90s, and stop that man inventing a knife, then we won't have knife crime now. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, we've always had knives, haven't we? But we've only had a knife crime problem recently, right? Sorry, I thought someone had just recently invented the knife. Yeah. It's one of those problems when nobody wants to really talk about the issue. They're looking for simple solutions, such as people die through being stabbed with knives. Right, well, let's not look at why they were stabbed. Let's not look at who got stabbed or who did the stabbing. Let's look at a knife. If we can remove the knife out of that situation, then that knife crime incident wouldn't have taken part. Well, that makes sense in the certain way. But what the people don't realise, if you took that knife away, then that violent nutcase would have killed the person with something else. Would have been a spoon.
Yeah.
Would have been a baseball bat.
Yeah.
It would have been high heels, the heel of a high heel, stiletto heel. There's lots of ways to kill people.
Yeah.
The knife isn't the problem. The problem is the violent person. And at the moment in this country, you look at all the stats and all the breakdowns. Most violent crime, most knife crime is committed by immigrants and children of immigrants. It's as simple as that. And if we didn't have them in the country, they won't be committing crime.
Yeah.
As simple as that.
And I think at that reform meeting last night, there was a speaker, a Muslim, who was talking about prevent and all that sort of stuff. And he was sort of saying this is a process to prevent and it's a problem because it's flawed or whatever. But the reality is, in terms of identifying terrorists and things like that, but the reality is, there was a long list of whatever it might be. The reality is that 94% of all deaths in the last 20 years, since 1999, I think, it has been have been committed by Islamists, basically, which I think is like 94 deaths or something like that. So the main issue relating to terrorism and death and in this country relates to Islamists.
Well, I wrote an article a couple of months ago, and I looked over the last 20 years, terrorist attacks in this country, deaths from terrorist attacks.
Yeah.
Can't remember the exact number now. Let's say it was 76. Out of the 76, I remember this number now, two were committed by non-Muslim terrorists. Two.
Yeah.
One was a white guy who drove his van into some Muslims outside a mosque in London.
Correct.
And the other one was a Polish guy who stabbed a Muslim guy. So he was a foreigner himself.
Yeah.
So he's a foreigner. One English person has killed someone in a terrorist attack in this country in the last 20 years.
Is that David Amos? Yeah.
No.
So,
that was the guy who drove the van into a Muslim guy and killed him.
right, okay, yeah.
So that's one English terrorist attack committed by an English person. All the others have been committed by Muslims and the one by a foreigner, Polish guy.
Yeah.
We don't have a problem with terrorism in this country if we didn't have immigration.
Yeah.